this is Mundo, and check it out. This is my G7th Capo. I've been using it for 20 years. 20 years every night, with the exception of COVID, but I even used it then during the day. We were practicing all day long. Every night, 20 years, we do 480 shows a year. And it broke. It broke. After 20 years, it broke. What the what? I'm kidding, because 20 years on something you're counting on to make a living is awesome. I mean, I've got this green guitar behind me and this blue guitar behind me that I have to retire because the shows have killed them. They can't hang. They're not show worthy anymore. But I've loved this G7th Capo, and I had fun this year at NAMM and going and visiting G7th and telling them that story, because 20 years just not even giving it a thought and trusting that it was going to work for me every night. I really do appreciate how well it was built and how easy it is to use and keep in tune. I'll explain a little more about that, but it was kind of funny. I have a window in the beginning of the show to tune, and then the guitar sits until that number comes up, the number you heard in the beginning of this video. And then right before I have to play that number, I put a guitar down and grab the nylon string, which already has the capo and is in tune, but I have a quick chance to see if it is still dead nuts in tune. And so I put it on, my tuner's on the floor. I have to have my back to it because there's live mics behind me with the sax player. I look down and the tuner is not grabbing on any note. So I was like, oh, maybe this came loose, which is weird. So I tightened it again, looked down, this thing, tuner's needles moving all over the place. So then this time I tighten it again, and I'm looking at it, and as I look at it in the dark, the thing just breaks. So, wow, like we do in these shows, we always have a backup or a backup to a backup. So I have another capo, old style capo on stage, and I just grabbed that and got through the number. I just wanted to talk about, no matter how big or small, we rely on our gear to get us through the gigs, and I've never once had to give this a second thought. It comes to play every night. So in this video, I thought I'd talk about this G7th Capo and the new one I bought. I had fun at this year's 2025 NAMM show. I went and found G7th Capo, their booth, and I went up to the lady there, and I said, I have a complaint. My capo only lasted 20 years, and can't believe it broke. I really appreciated this piece of gear, and she was great. She actually said there's a lifetime warranty on these, which I didn't know. How cool is that? But come on, this is my personal abuse of using this all the time. But I was able to buy the new version, the Performance 3. Here's my new capo. It's got the adaptive radius technology in it. Pretty cool. It's got a smaller profile than my old guy. Here, I just grabbed this. This is my steel string capo. When you buy a capo, make sure you got one long enough if you're going to be using it for classical nylon guitars or flamenco or wider necks. But you can see this is rounder. This is got a little, still rounded, but some nice contours to the edges. So this adaptive radius technology, a little over my head, but they have a patent on this, that under the string pad, they have this patented technology where it adapts to the radius of your neck and the string gauge. So I've been using this for a month now, love it. The old one works great. The only difference is on this versus the old one is when you push, when it's on your neck, you push this way as opposed to that way. I'm still learning how to do it one-handed, but the other way was easier for me one-handed, so I gotta learn how to do this. But I like these capos, especially for performing, because of their ease of use. It's easier to get them in tune, and then they stay in tune. And if something's out, it's a little, if a string is out, it's kind of in a uniform way with the other strings, whereas some capos, some strings would be sharp, some strings would be flat, and then you have to kind of adjust and pull and stuff. And I don't have that much time to tune on stage, so this helps me get there quicker. I also like the smaller profile. You know, capos in general are great. They all work. You just got to get them in tune. Here's your old-fashioned one. This is even a smaller steel string one. These are great too, but I don't like how it just hangs up off the neck. I kind of want to stay under the radar. You really can't see if on that intro video that I'm using a capo that much unless you're really looking for it. I also love, you can get them in different colors, but I love this brushed silver because it's not too shiny, but in a dark stage, it gives me enough contrast to grab it, see what I'm doing. I love that about it. So highly recommend these. I can tell you after using them for 20 years, they come to play every night. Let me show you how I use mine. All right, this is my Yamaha NCX3 nylon string. It's got the big wide neck, so you gotta make sure you have the classical capo, appropriate size. And I'm gonna just show you how I use it in the show. I'm not saying this is the right or wrong way, but this is how easy I get it in tune quickly and it stays for me. I'm gonna put this tuner right on the headstock and I'll show you what I do. Let me scooch up. All right, so there's my tuner. What I do is I tune a little flat. It's maybe too flat. I use another tuner so I know how to play that one better, but just a little flat. Right? And then I take my G7th Capo, this Performance 3, and I do not put it straight up and down. It does work well like that, but for this guitar I angle this top part towards the headstock. Get it right around there. I don't squeeze too hard. I give it a good squeeze though. And see that angle I have? And then I tune real quick. In tune. A little fat. Then I'm in tune. And if I have time, I will double check it and make sure it settles. You know, whether there's humidity or my hands rubbing on it, warming the neck, things like to move. And that's what I do. I'm looking at the tuner, it's dead nuts. Let's check it again. A little sharp, I could pull on the string, right there. That's it, see how easy that is, and I'm gonna be using this one for the next 20 years, and I'm gonna go back to G7th and say, No, I really do appreciate them. I appreciate what they do. Great company. Check out their website. And I hope this was helpful. Until next time, this is Mundo. Aloha.